conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond. TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond. TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond. TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond. TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas.
Listen, we are live. The Talk Show Kings are back, man. Y'all didn't know before. You're gonna learn today.
The thing about coronavirus is it doesn't care if you're black or white.
It doesn't.
It does not care if you're rich or poor. It does not exclude if you're a Republican or a Democrat.
I'm taking it as in it becoming a hostile environment.
I couldn't even go to the restroom. I would crawl to the restroom and hold the walls to not fall off of the restroom. I couldn't stand up to get in my bed because I seriously thought I was dying.
Hey, what's going on, man? Listen, welcome to another edition of the Talk Show Kings right here. It's only two of us here today. It's just me and King Doc, baby. But guess what? We gonna hold the fort down. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, two of the Kings couldn't be here, but man, you know we gonna do what we do, and hopefully y'all enjoy the show. We know y'all gonna enjoy the show.
We know.
We know it.
We know it.
I'm talking shit today. Hey, man, but listen. Welcome back, man. Happy 2021 to everybody who made it. I know we lost a lot of people in 2020, and a lot of people, unfortunately, including my good friend right here, King Doc and King Lundy, went through the COVID. You know what I'm saying? Them boys battled it, but they made it, and thank God they're still here. But hey, man, we finna do some things different in 2021. What you think, King?
Oh, King, you know, check this out. First of all, let me introduce myself.
Go
I'm
ahead.
Boy King Doc from the ATL,
Oh,
from the
boy.
West Side, Simpson Road, Simpson Wood Apartments to be exact. Hey, shout out to everybody on the West Side. I was zone something when I was little, it was the Swats, but you know, Simpson Wood's in the house.
Hey.
But we gonna start off 2021 by being safe. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna use common sense because. Oh, yeah, do your introduction. Did you do your introduction?
Oh, well, listen. Y'all know who I am, man. King Bell. I ain't
I know
got to
you.
introduce it. You know who I am by now. You better know who I am. If you don't know, you going to learn
You
today.
gonna learn today.
As King Trevor would say. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
there you
Hey,
go.
man. But no, you're right. Start off by being safe, man. And if you have some goals that you set ahead of schedule, you know, you be New Year's resolutions
Yes.
and whatnot, man. What I tell people is this here. I don't even like to make a New Year's resolution anymore. I like to make life resolutions.
I feel
You know
you.
what I mean? Because it's just like this right here. You never know if you're going to get another year.
Boom.
But you do know you have one life. So make the best of it and make the best life-changing decisions you can. And with that being said, we can hop right on that and just say this here. There's a lot of people waiting on them $600 stimulus checks. I, for one, I mean, I feel like it's a slap in the face for everything people have been through to get to 600. But for some people, hey, you can do a lot more. You can buy some groceries, you can pay some bills, or a bill or two, depending on what you got going on. You know, lifestyle you living. But you know, it's about time, man, that people educate themselves. Instead of making a New Year resolution to do this and do that and other, make a New Year's resolution to go ahead and pick up a book. Learn financial literacy. You know what I mean? Learn how to start a business. Look into investment. Learn things that way, because guess what? It's in ways like this, when you're doing stuff like that and being smart with your money, you don't have to wait on $600, man.
If you get your mind right, then your pockets will follow.
Oh.
So, you know, if you read, bruh, trust, I definitely follows the money. I always say that these days, it takes multiple streams of income. Right now, I have about 5, but I'm looking to get 9. I read the average millionaire has about 7 streams of income. I want to get at least 9. I don't want to be average anything. Yeah. But honestly, my goal has never really been an amount of money. Like, I've never set out and said, I want to be a multimillionaire, billionaire, whatever. I said I want to be happy, because there are multimillionaires who commit suicide.
Definitely.
My goal is to be happy. Now, don't get me wrong, I would love to have money to where I could make sure that my nieces and nephews go to college. And, you know, if somebody in my family wants to start a business, I could help them out. You know, I would love that kind of financial freedom. However, my number one goal is to be able to take care of me and my kids and my lady. You know, I mean, I want to make sure that all of us are doing well. That's my number one priority. I have love for a lot of people. But my responsibilities, I feel like, are those.
Yeah, but you know, again, like you said, multiple streams of income. I know a lot of people, I see a lot of posts on Facebook where people talk about, you know, it's the man's responsibility to take care of the house, and a man should do this and a man should do that. I get all of that, but we also have to understand, these are not our grandparents' days. Things are not the same anymore. The cost of living now is utterly ridiculous. The house that used to cost maybe $40,000 or $50,000 to get is now $300,000, $400,000, $500,000. You know, and they say it's due to inflation. It might just be due to greed, because ain't no way. I ain't seen the dollar gain weight yet. But
I was just about to say, now, if the pay rose with inflation, then it wouldn't be such a big deal.
Exactly.
But it didn't, and I think it didn't intentionally. A lot of people were left out of the financial revolution, and it was done intentionally. If you think that redlining, that communities where people are affluent, if you think all that was done on accident, then you really are out of touch. However, we're at a stage now to where we're getting over that, to where we're learning that one stick can break. But if you get 15, 20 of them and try to break them together, you're going to have a problem. Yeah. It's easy to tear a page, but to tear a phone book is kind of hard. It takes a special kind of strength. So we're learning to band together. There are 22, I believe, black-owned banks across the nation.
Wow.
Why aren't we having our money there?
Facts.
We represent $1 trillion of spending power. We get our money together, people will listen to us. Because regardless of what you think, it's all about the money. It really is. You can think revolution comes with bullets and this, that, and that. Revolution comes with bread. You can shoot up whomever you want to, and it's just going to get you a life sentence or killed.
Definitely.
But you get your money and say, all of us say, we're not spending another dime with Hennessy unless Hennessy supports African-American schools, colleges, high schools.
Businesses and things of that nature.
I guarantee you that'll change. But are we willing to galvanize, come together? Are we willing to do things of that nature?
No, but that's the thing, and we don't see that a lot. But that's why when we get on here and we do the show and we tell people, listen, we are kings on here. We all have different opinions, different mindsets to things. You know what I'm saying? But we all speak in one thing, and that's unionizing. Coming together, like you say, galvanizing, becoming, instead of just being fingers, we become a fist.
Exactly.
Now, you can slap somebody or you could punch somebody. Slap hurt. Make no mistake about it, slaps hurt. There have been somebody who slapped somebody so hard they knocked them out. They slapped them to sleep. But punching, that's how I've seen punches break ribs. and break jaws and knock people out, kill people actually.
Yeah.
So, you know, the thing is, man, us unifying and saying, okay, enough is enough. Like, you know, we'll go back to even when last year, I get to say that now.
Yes.
Last year we were talking about the dude in the stripper bowl, but again, that was $500,000 that could have went somewhere else, right? And I know, like I said, we said it'd be hard to break into finance, black people building their own cars and things of that nature, but it may be hard to break into, but it has to start somewhere.
I can't disagree with that.
If you don't start, you'll never know how far you progressed into actually being able to break that said foundation. You know, if you're just standing there like, man, this just look like it's hard to break, it's gonna be so hard to break, but you never actually start attempting to break it, you're still stuck in the same thing.
Can't
and the way I look
disagree with
at
you
it is, the more time you spend complaining or worrying about something, the less time you spend doing something about it.
I agree. I want to give a shout out to our watchers. I'm going to start off with these first two jerks. This is jerk named Doc Moore and Mel Primus.
Oh, God.
They're two jerks watching the show.
They aggravating.
They so aggravating. And then we got our boy, Show Enough Hobo Scratch on here. He says, Talk Show King in effect in 2021. We appreciate you, fam. Much love. Hey, Marty, thank you for watching. Dolores, thank you for watching. Dolores says, good afternoon, Kings. We appreciate you, and good afternoon to yourself, young lady. Charlie Dion Dowell, my boy, showing out with the turtleneck.
Yeah.
But hey, you are looking sharp, bro. You are
Appreciate
looking sharp.
man.
And
Thank
you know your boy about to change his whole wardrobe, but I
you
got to start
got
looking
man.
like the Bucks that
2021.
I'm trying to represent. Adrian Hoochen says, good evening, Kings. We appreciate you, Adrian. King Lundy is having problems, and he couldn't be with us today. So did King Hoochen. King Hoochen may show up a little later because he was having car trouble, but King Lundy definitely won't be here today. Sure enough, what did Gregory said, if you take all the drugs and alcohol off the street, they will have to call in the National Guard, find a place to pinpoint our money. I feel you on that. I believe that all of this was done intentional because when Dr. King was powerful, the family supported him.
Yeah.
You know, he stayed with, he was donated. People donated to him. Black families donated to him. I think that's why the money was taken out, and that's why we were. That's why we were focused on something else.
They believed in the movement that he had going on.
Exactly.
And the thing about it is, it seems like we don't believe in the movement of galvanization anymore.
Exactly.
It's like everybody, you go off here, you go off there, one person makes it, the next person they want to be Instagram famous or this famous, or they want to go viral and things of that nature. You know, and when you see it, man, the platforms that most black people have are platforms that degrade us, tear us down, pit us against each other. You know what I'm saying? You know,
I won't say most, but I will agree with you.
well, I would say a lot of them.
Yes.
I won't say most. I would say a lot. A lot of the popular ones.
Exactly.
Now, I won't. There could be a whole lot of them
That
out
aren't
there
even known.
that
People
aren't
don't
even
use
known
them.
to people.
Exactly.
Right? But the ones that tear us down, they do a lot for like media takeout and things of that nature. And I'm saying it because I watched the content that's on here, and it's like
so tired of seeing them showing fights between our queens.
Exactly.
Like I feel like our queens don't know how valuable they are, how valuable you are to us as a community and us as a people. Our queens should never be out there fighting amongst each other. I don't even think we should be talking. To me, the hardest people on women are other women, and that needs to stop.
Right.
Women, you need to lift each other up, regardless of what you think about yourself. Some man out there thinks you're beautiful, regardless of you can think whatever you like, but those blemishes, those imperfections, as you see them, some man think that you are perfect just the way you are. And hey, be choosy until you find that one who's going to treat you like a queen.
And on top of that right there, man, stop comparing yourself to the absolute next woman. She's not you and you are not her. I mean, listen, anybody in this world, male or female, you guys, you know what I'm saying? You got to understand, you can do a great imitation of trying to be someone else, but nothing compares to offering the world a great you. Exactly. Be great at being you.
But see, a woman can walk in dressed to the T.
Yes.
I mean, have on a dress and it's like bam, and you know, shoes is nice and another woman look at it and be like, well, her calves must have ashy. She ain't all that. Why? Why not just be like, hey, the sister's banging, the sister's nice. You know what I'm saying? And she should give you that same thing. If you don't like what she's wearing or you think that her calves are ashy, keep it to yourself. Why tear each other down?
Or
You
buy
know?
her a lotion gift set.
You crazy.
Just say, I was thinking about
You
you.
crazy.
Say, listen, from one queen to another, here you go, buy her a gift set with lotion. You know what I'm saying? Seriously.
I mean, but it's
there,
like,
but listen, there
we
are
can tear
ways.
each other down so
But
much.
yeah,
It's
but
so crazy.
but it's like that. Listen, we say it with the women, but it's like that with the guys too. Because I
think
get
guys really care.
well, no, see, guys don't tear each other down like that. We tear each other down in other ways.
Running.
You know what I'm saying? Like we tear each other down in ways of like, oh, you know, doing underhanded sneaker
Oh, I
stuff.
feel you on that
You know, trying to
Bruh.
take what the next man has worked hard for. You know, it's like that.
What is the root of all evil?
They say the love of money.
The love of money. Greed, bruh.
Yes.
The love of money.
Yes.
Greed has gone through us so rampant, and it's
It is.
because it's taught, it's socially engineered into almost everything we
Mm-hmm.
do. If you like a Toyota, if you
Yeah.
like a Chevrolet,
Exactly.
why do you grieve for or crave a Maserati? I mean, I ain't trying to be funny. Ain't nothing wrong with Maserati or anything else. But if you like one thing, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with you being you? Why? If you're happy in a whatever, why do you have to?
Like you say, you can be happy in a Mazda or a Toyota or a Honda or whatever.
Did you see the rap battle, not the verses between Jeezy and Gucci Mane?
Yeah, we seen that.
Gucci Mane say, "I'm wearing a so many $1 million outfit," and what Jeezy say, "I own half of Atlanta." Now, which one you want to be?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I
like
mean,
you said, you
the
can
outfit
afford
is
it.
that's nice. I ain't mad at you. You know, if that's what you want to do you, bruh.
But the clothes.
The
Don't make the
owning
person.
of Atlanta, he has a chance to create businesses. Now he has a chance to create opportunities for us.
Now
You
whether
know?
or not what he said is true, I'm not the kind of person to go behind it and Google it and see it, what the man worth or what he's doing. I know what me as an individual, what I am trying to do. Earlier, the talk show divas were talking. They were talking about getting an LLC and
Yeah.
everything.
$115 in Georgia.
I'm definitely looking into that, and I want to go ahead and get this company branded because I know no one has this name. Now, as far as the money about getting there and getting everything that I need, I'm going to pursue that. But my resolution, my life resolution, is to go ahead and get my financial literacy up, fix this credit, start these businesses, and make sure that I pass this legacy on to my kids and everything else, right? Because here's what I told myself. I said, I refuse to end another year of my life
Well,
financially struggling.
financially struggling.
Yeah, you better listen. As the Reverend Dr. Walter C. Richards used to say in Sweet Home Missionary Baptist Church, y'all don't hear me. But listen, we ain't gonna take y'all to church, but we are gonna take y'all to commercial break right quick, man. Listen, the Kings will be back. Y'all come on in and tune back in, man. Yes, sir.
Let's do this.
Let's do it, baby.
As a pastor, part of my job is to be there for families through some of the toughest times in their lives. I've counseled people through devastating health crises as they've lost jobs and livelihoods, and in recent months, loved ones to violence and disease that could have and should have been prevented. All too often, these are people whom government has forgotten or for whom it was never there in the first place. I'm Raphael Warnock, and I'll always work for you. That's why I approve this message.
Yo, what's up, y'all? I'm Dynasty Smith, and I'm your host for The Flavor, where we're going to be showcasing some of the hottest independent artist videos from all around. So y'all tune in every Wednesday at 8 o'clock just by typing into your YouTube bar, TV 1061. So if you go into your YouTube search bar, type in TV 1061 to join us every Wednesday at 8 o'clock to check out some of the hottest new independent artist videos from all over. If you want to check us out on Facebook, just type in The Flavor and you can find us on Facebook. And yo, for you artists out there, lights, camera, action. Now the camera's on you. If you want to get your video aired on The Flavor, then you need to hit us up at 1061tv@gmail.com. Send us your YouTube link, and then we'll get back to you on details on how you can be on The Flavor.
Welcome back to that same old place that we
leave.
Hey, welcome back, family. Let me get to a couple more of these
Had to
comments. Angie says, hey, King. What's up, Angie? George Vima says, My new EDM track, Rush Hour, now available. We see you, bruh. Show enough homo scratch, no love for Vlad TV. I feel you on that because Vlad has made himself a millionaire by interviewing people, by interviewing us. But it's like people steal our culture all the time, and they make so much money. They profit from it while we don't. Like even the music industry, I so love Jay-Z as a person because of what he's done as far as trying to help people. People don't know a lot of things that he do.
Yeah.
But when he started his new label, I'm messing it up.
Which one? Which label?
But-
You talking about the
Well,
Title?
Title. When he
did
started Title,
streaming, yeah.
He's letting people make music but own their masters. He's letting people make money for themselves and not be on. A record label keeps the artist in debt to try to control the artist.
It's designed for that.
Exactly. It's designed to where the third album, CD, whatever you call it, doesn't even sell well because they want to put the artist further in debt, so they'll always be held liable for that company, to that company. Dolores Martin, hey Dolores. Angie says facts. Angie, we feel you on that. Dolores says, thank you, Doc, for that. So many women need to hear that. Hey, Dolores,
Listen.
black women, I love from your pinky toe all the way up to your top of your hair, the
Yes.
crown of your head.
Even
To
if
me,
it's nothing but
you
dick
are
talk.
you are. If God made anything better than you, I'm glad He kept it for Himself because I don't know how I would act.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
just the truth.
And I love baby girl with all my heart. Angie, I'm late. What are the topics right now, Angie? We talking about.
We talking about financial.
Yeah, we talking about financial. We talking about women. We talking about. We going a little bit of recap.
Yeah,
over
recap 2020 or what's going to be
Exactly.
different in 2021 because,
Exactly.
you know, hey, man, it's time for a change.
Hobo says programming. The TV made us see their interpretation of black beauty. Angie says, or their version of beauty. Shonuff said, 10G outfit. It was a cold way of saying your homeboy was touched for cheap, cold-blooded. Barry, hey Barry, thank you for watching, B.
Well, I tell you what.
Check this out, right? I agree with you guys totally as far as they're trying to influence us as far as their vision of beauty, enforcing that on us. But I'm not trying to be any kind of way. But think about the beauty queens or whatever, the Kardashians and things of that nature. Why are they getting lip injections and butt injections and so on and so forth? Who are they trying to look like?
They're trying to look like black women, but here's the thing. You know, it's like you said, they tried to make us see what their version of beauty was. But you can go all the way back to 1980s if we're going to talk about something. Remember Vanessa Williams posed and they brought all that stripped over Miss America crown? But Melania Trump was posing naked, and the first lady posing. It was she's the most beautiful, most fabulous, and fantastic first lady ever.
And Melania ain't got
You
nothing
get
on
what
Michelle.
Nothing on Michelle, and nothing on Vanessa Williams. But you see what they did to Vanessa Williams, stripped her of her crown and everything. So what we basically saying is, look, our black women, man, listen, y'all come on. We gonna love y'all, y'all gonna love us, we gonna love ourselves, and we gonna make this thing work, man.
The biggest thing is, when he said we gonna love ourselves, he's not talking about just men, we talking about people in general.
Yes.
Because in order to show love, you have to love yourself. If you don't love who you are, how can somebody else love you?
Yeah.
Because you are constantly going to be putting yourself down. You're constantly going to be belittling your accomplishments. You're constantly going to not see anything good in yourself. And regardless of who you are, if you don't like who you are, change. You're the only person that can do that. Nobody can change who you are except you. And don't be afraid of change. To me, change seems like it's almost a four-letter word, almost a curse word these days. Everybody, well, if a person can't be happy with me, blah, blah, blah.
Exactly.
Can you be happy with yourself?
Exactly.
If you can, if you're happy with who you are, by all means, do you. But if you're not, there's nothing wrong with trying to be the best you that you can.
Yep, and Angela just said, she said, knowing your worth, period. And that's the thing.
Exactly.
Knowing your worth. So, you know, there are a lot of people who are still doing the things like they did for the New Year. They went out on New Year's Eve. They turned up at the club on New Year's night, or when 12 o'clock came, it was New Year. They were partying at the club. They did that the year before that, the year before that, the year before that, the year before that. You're still doing the same thing, which is why I said, instead of going out, go to Barnes and Nobles or Books A Million or get online and order you something that's going to increase your knowledge to help you so that you can do better things for yourself, so you can get out of these financial struggles. Because at the end of the day, you know what I mean, we all need our finances to be straight.
And
I mean, look, as a person, I'm gonna just say this. I've heard a lot of women say this too.
Right.
I heard a woman say, when I'm broke, I don't feel turned on, don't touch me. So listen, I can understand that point of saying, listen, it's not that I don't physically want to be touched, but at this time, I don't want a chance being physically touched, bringing another amount to feed into this world while we are both still financially struggling. Let's do something to make this happen. You know what I mean?
I can understand it.
Man, get online, fill out jobs, look for job applications, try to put your resume out there, do something different. But man, listen, what you can't do is continue to do the same thing and expect a different result. That's the complete definition of insanity. So, I'm not insane. How about you, Doc?
You not? Oh, okay, yes. I don't consider
well, damn, just put me out there. Just put me out there live. Just tell me.
Okay, you know the this joke. You know the this joke.
Oh no, we know. Just put me out there.
Know your worth, period. Show Enough says, Lil Kim, I love you. I ain't mad at Show Enough. Angie, that's why I had to leave the military. I feel you on that, Angie. Abby Costello says, now the version of beauty originates from women of color. Something they didn't like before, they thought it was ugly and disgusting and beneath them. Now they spend millions of dollars trying to imitate this version of beauty. And big boobs, lips, and hips. Beauty of big, bold lips and hips. The version of beauty changed over time as they saw us embracing out beauty more and exposing it instead of us trying to conform to look like them. Ain't that the truth? Hey, my future son-in-law, Jed, is watching. I appreciate you, Jed. Thank you for watching, family. Hey, Kamaya, I know if Jed watching, you watching too. Kamaya is my daughter.
Who is Lil Kim? He said, Lil Kim, I love you.
I don't know, but you know what, Hobo Scratch, you don't want to get
Hey, hold on, show no, listen. Are we talking about the same Lil Kim, the rapper? Because I didn't know, because, listen, the old Lil Kim, listen, I ain't gonna lie, the old Lil Kim, that was some show, she was showing up fire, didn't she? Now to me, she had changed all this stuff on, and she looks to me like that little thing on Saw riding a tricycle. Every time I see it, I'll be expecting her to roll up and be like, would you like to play a game? I'm sorry. I'm fucking bad.
I knew exactly where you was going.
I just wanted to roll up on
I'm
that
not going to comment on that at all. I'm going right back to empowerment. I'm going right back to trying to get business license.
You see it.
To start businesses.
You can't unsee it. Drag chicken. No.
To hiring each other, to patronizing our own businesses.
Yeah.
I constantly hear us talk about how we don't know how to treat each other when it comes to customer appreciation. However, there are so many businesses that don't appreciate us that we still patronize. I mean, I've seen people go into beauty salons, or not beauty salon, but the hair store.
Yeah.
And the person there follow them around or get smart with them or act like they don't have them little wig caps and stuff like that, but they'll give them to other people. But then when they see one of us, they want to act funny with it.
Hey.
But we still patronize that.
All
but then one of us open up that store and we can't go to it because of this, that, and the other. Come on, kid.
But
we gotta rise above
But every
that.
time we go to our businesses, right? And before I say that, yeah, Abby, she talk about something. She like an old white woman, just look plastic. Okay. Look, Kim, just if you ever see this, I'm not sorry. I'm just not. So, but no, seriously though. But you know, it was a comedian named Don D.C. Curry. You remember Don D.C.
I still know
and he
him,
was like, I'm committed to patronizing my own struggling folks. You know what I'm saying? He said he'd rather go there. And he said there's a fly in the soup and the forks and the glass was dirty and you know what I'm saying? The ceiling ain't swept off and cobwebs. He was talking like that, but still, you can patronize places like that, man, because look, they didn't like it about us at first and now it's popular. Our women's asses make their jeans look better. Have you ever seen the jeans? When they on a model, they don't got no booty, but then when the model got booty, it just looks so much better. I'm just asking. Be honest with yourself. Because you do when listen, Listen, man, I'm being real. I done seen it and it's bad. Miley Cyrus was on stage and she was twerking, but well, she would call herself. I don't know what she doing, but and it looked like, and they did the guess what chicken butt thing, and then when you seen it, her butt looked just like a chicken laying down that little curved piece of it was real.
Don't know anything.
Oh
about
God, bro, it was so horrible. What I am saying is, look, what they used to hate about us and took for granted, they turn around and start making money off of it. They start.
That's what I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
Stealing the culture.
Exactly.
That's
just
what I mean
doing
by
it.
But see, the whole thing is social engineering. Who owns the television stations? So what are they pumping out? What are we seeing? What are we hearing? What are we listening to? When a little child, a little boy who's 4 years old is talking about busting caps in your thighs and putting one in your head and so on and so
that's
forth.
a problem, man.
What is that saying? Why is our children saying that? When the majority of the music that's played publicly is calling women bitches and calling dudes niggas. I hate to say that on live, but
that's
I hate
what
that
they're
word.
saying.
But when they saying that like that, and then we accept it, we have women calling each other bitches as just like a friendly term.
It is,
and it's not. Why? Come on, can we show each other more love than that? Can we have more self-respect than that? Again, I'm going off on a tangent, and I hate when I do that, but it's all about empowerment.
It is.
It's all about what do you want new in your life, and how are you going to get it?
Before you continue that, let me tell you something.
Run it.
Yeah, listen. Don't you ever apologize for going on a tangent about empowering and lifting up your people, man. I'm telling them, don't apologize, and if you don't like it, you don't have to watch, and you don't have to accept or respect it. But that empowerment is what's going to get us there, because we've been belittling each other for so long at the amusement of other people. If you look at TV, if you look at right now, people used to see in the neighborhood, they used to call 911 when something was going wrong. Now the first thing people hollering about is World Star. You gonna watch somebody get beat or get injured for life or killed or whatever while you calling World Star, and that's entertainment to you?
I feel you on that.
That's not entertainment. That's sad. And we keep saying Black Lives Matter, but when people, they turn around and say, well, do they matter to y'all? Then we got a blank look on our face, because it's a legitimate question. It is legitimate when you see our people killing. Our people are killing each other, but they don't show up when the Proud Boys and stuff. You never show up then. So that's why I said the question is legitimate. Now, don't get it twisted. I don't think that you should feel like it's okay. I almost said you're gonna get your. But listen,
I don't feel like it's legitimate in that people kill.
But can we say it's valid?
People harm who they're around, because most neighborhoods aren't mixed. So that's why they use percentages as well. Because there is no crime, not one, that African Americans commit more in America. Not one. Murder, rape, robbery, burglary, not one. There is no crime where African Americans commit the most in number. That's why percentages are used. There's no such thing as white on white crime. Why?
It's just crime.
It happens.
Yeah, of course.
Asian on Asian crime. It happens.
It does.
So that's why I don't like that term, and I don't like the way it's used, because it's made to look like that we're a menace, that we're Neanderthals, and we're not. We are people that are placed in conditions to where we're poor and we're struggling, trying to make it. We're taught that we should have all this unnecessary nonsense. I ain't got to wear Gucci ever in my life, and I'm okay with that.
And that's fine.
But we do got to go to break.
Yeah, so
I ain't okay with that.
I'm not okay with that.
We'll be back in a second.
But we'll be back. Make sure y'all tune in, man.
Look, the only way to beat this virus is to give our new president the chance to succeed. I'll work with Joe Biden to empower the medical experts, to rush economic relief for families and small businesses, and invest in infrastructure to jumpstart our economy. But David Perdue says he'll do everything in his power to make sure Joe Biden fails, just like he tried to do with President Obama. I'm John Ossoff, and I approve this message because lives are on the line, jobs and businesses are on the line. So let's get this done. Look.
Today's Today's world exposes our youth to life experiences that are well beyond that which their years should allow. Violence, trauma, poverty, injustice. Our children's lives and their livelihoods are in constant danger. Wisdom, Inc. is a community-based organization designed to save young lives by reducing violence and assisting youth in their personal development. Wisdom stands for wise individuals structuring and developing youthful minds. Through our collective wisdom, we can change lives for the better. Wisdom, Inc. Reducing violence, developing youth, saving lives.
Listen, we are live. The Talk Show Kings are back, man.
Y'all didn't know before. You're gonna learn today.
The thing about coronavirus is it doesn't care if you're black or white.
It doesn't.
It does not care if you're rich or poor. It does not exclude if you're a Republican or a Democrat.
I'm taking it as in it becoming a hostile environment.
I couldn't even go to the restroom. I would crawl to the restroom and hold the wall to not fall off of the restroom. I couldn't stand up to get in my bed because I seriously thought I was dying.
Hey, what's going on? Welcome back, man. Listen, me and Doc, we here holding it down. But before we continue with the conversation, let us go ahead and get to another great part of TV 1061, and that's the other great shows that we have to offer. So, without further ado, what we're going to do is we're going to tell you about it. Wednesday, we got The Flavor.
The Flavor.
So, you know, if you got any new music out there, you trying to get yourself noticed or whatever, you just trying to get a platform to be out here, you need to tune in and get the music into The Flavor. That's Wednesday
Poetry
at 8 p.m.
Make
Poetry
sure that
too.
Make sure that it's radio ready. You know, you can't be too many.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can't be too vulgar. Now,
Yeah,
you
exactly.
say that for when you make it. You feel me? Then we got the playlist at 9:30. Get your groove on, dance around the house, move the furniture, get somewhere with your lady, get somewhere with your old man. Know what I'm saying? And y'all just go ahead and turn it up and make it a party night while being safe in the house. Get you some wine. Or get you some Remy 1738, my personal favorite. But you go ahead and do that, man, and dance the night away.
Julio, man,
then on
myself.
Thursday,
that's what I do. That's what I do.
Then on Thursday, well, you got the Bedroom Chronicles. Now, if you tune into the Bedroom Chronicles, hey, listen, man. Don't be drinking listening to the Bedroom Chronicles. You might be up there and trying some different things after you hear them stories. I don't want to hear about nobody going to the hospital and trying them acrobatics. You're too old for that. Know what I'm saying? Then on Saturday, we got the Conversation at 3:30 p.m. Tune into the Conversation and join us. Know what I'm saying? See what's going on live in the neighborhood. That's what it is. And then on Sunday, we got the Talk Show Divas at 4:30 p.m.
Yeah.
Tune into the Divas. See
the
what the
ladies
ladies
brought it
talking
today,
about.
for real.
Learn how to get your LLC, baby.
The ladies brought it today.
$115. The Talk Show Divas. Boy, they got you covered when it comes to it. And last but not least, but you know what it is, it's the Talk Show Kings, man.
Ain't nobody saying like Eddie Kane.
I've been practicing.
Night like this.
I wish raindrops would fall. Nah, man, it's the Talk Show Kings, man. 6:30 every Sunday, man. Tune in. You know I'm a goof off with it, man. I just what I'm here for.
Hey, we gotta have fun, bro.
Oh yeah, it is. But without further ado, we getting back to the seriousness of the nature.
Okay.
You understand? Right down to the business. So what we was talking about is, you know.
Did you give a shout out to Felix in the back?
Oh, Felix Washington.
The man,
that guy back there,
executive producer.
and Shante Bossdale. You know what I'm saying? Holding down the social media, platform, everything. You got this, and then you got us. Now back to us.
Back to the Kings.
Yeah, back to the Kings. Nah. But no, for real though. Listen, it's all fun and games, man, until you actually realize that we can be our own worst enemy if we don't do something about what's been handed to us. What's been handed to us is people, they utilize us, they make money off of us, but at the same time turn around and spit in our face with the way they treat us, with the way they treat our children, the way they running us down and locking us up. We are everything that they aren't, and they hate us for it. That's how I feel.
Check this out. I definitely want it out there that when we talk and we coming at you from our perspective, if I say something to the effect of Black Lives Matter, I'm not saying anything about anybody else.
No.
When I talk about the beauty of the black woman, I'm not talking down about anybody. I don't want any woman out there feeling like, well, I'm saying that she's unattractive or this, that, and the other. I'm just saying that my perception of beauty is that chocolate woman, is that caramel woman. That's just
Exactly.
that's my personal preference. If anybody else has another preference, I ain't mad at you.
At all.
Exactly. You know,
At all.
I'm just lifting up, hey, my queen.
This is
That's
come
what
from.
I do.
Our mothers are melanated. You know what I'm
Hey.
saying? Our fathers are melanated.
Sure
and
enough-
even if you mixed,
Yeah.
your skin is still melanated. No matter how you do it, we are powerful.
When people say, well, so and so can't be racist because they have a black child. Well, didn't the slave owner have black children out there in the field?
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Okay,
He
okay.
slept with the woman and still put his kids out there.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
to
okay,
that.
that's my part.
Sure enough, Hobo Scratch. Luke Skywalker is the person who made parental discretion advised. It's not the entertainment, it's the parenting that is less of based off having to work. The black American, that's black American, other black nations come here and prosper because of their cultural connections. Angie replied to Hobo saying, sure enough, I think it used to be a village that helped, with some parents working long hours or 2 jobs to provide. The village is no longer there. Sure enough, constructive criticism has emotional ties. I feel you on all of that. Yeah, there was a time, but there was also the time when the factory was in the community. The fact when you could go to school and you could come out of school learning how to work on elevators, that's $100,000 job. You come out of school learning how to work on cars. You come out of school with some kind of welding or some kind of woodwork. You know, you come out of high school is what I mean with that. You didn't have to go. You had a trade when you came out of high school. Well, they took all of that out of the inner city, including the factories. Why do you think that was?
They took a lot of things out. They even took it out when people used to go to, people who went to jail, they got locked up in prison, and not that that's a good thing. There are some people who deserve to be locked up of all races, creeds, and colors and nationalities. It's just what it is. But over here is what we're speaking of, and what we're saying, they used to have all kind of trades and things when you got to prison and got out. You know, when they did that, a lot of people weren't coming back. They lost money. So then they did away with a lot of those programs.
When they privatized prison and you have to keep them up to a certain level.
Wow.
That's
what I'm saying. So you do away with someone bettering themselves while they're in there, so they won't have to come back because it affected your money.
Yes, and I'm strongly hoping that they let out these people who would have these marijuana charges, who were given long sentences.
Definitely.
Come on, really? Really? Especially since they made it legal in so many places.
Exactly.
Come off of that nonsense.
I believe that if a person has went to prison or something like that, man, everybody doesn't become institutionalized, and everybody isn't going to continue to do the same thing that they did. There are people out there that you can look directly at them, and you are dealing with them, and they've been to prison, they've served their time, but you will never be able to tell if they don't up and tell you.
Exactly.
Because they don't do what they used to do.
Change their
they
lives.
carry themselves differently. They want more. They want better.
When you have nothing to eat, it's easy for somebody who's fed every day. Like the guy who was running for president once upon a time, he's a senator now, and he said, well, just get a $10,000 loan from your parent and start you a business when you come out of high school. That is so out of touch with so many people because
it is.
So many of us, our parents can't give us a $10,000 loan.
Don't have $10,000
even if they
to spare.
wanted to.
Yes.
They just can't. They can't afford that. Romney said that. And I'm looking at him like, are you serious? When we have senators who go into the Senate and they're not multimillionaires and they come out as multimillionaires, I have a problem with that. I have a problem with a senator who's on a committee and they're investing in the committee that they're on. They're giving money to a business, and then they buy stock in that business, and now all of a sudden they're a millionaire. I have a problem with that.
You should. You should have a problem with that. Just like I have a problem with the government shutting down
Exactly.
while the country is struggling. What do you mean the government shut down?
Exactly.
I'm not understanding. I'm not understanding that.
But see, there's so much that we can do if we galvanize. If Miss Gorham looked at Mika. If Angie was struggling and Mika said, Angie, I got you. You ain't got nothing to worry about. I got you till you're on your feet. And I use two of my crew, my family, my crew to say that about, because Angie and Mika are both my crew. Then that helps us. And I'm not saying that Angie would use Mika for any extended period of time, but if she needed her, she's there. That's what we need to do. We need to get back to that mindset. And I'm not going to say get back to it, because I don't ever think there was a time period in American history where we all just stuck together. But I do think there can be. I think that there's a golden opportunity for us to run businesses, for us to patronize each other's business. There's no reason that our dollar goes out of our community in a matter of seconds when some people, their dollar hits each business in there 6-7 times. Why are we not doing that? Especially since we have such a large spending, since we spend so much money. Why are we not helping each other? You know?
It goes back, like we said, man. People, it's like when you dangle something in front of someone, and then, okay, I'm gonna bait you up out of this. I'm gonna take, here, you can have this if you just come here, but here's the catch. You can't reach back and help somebody else.
Exactly.
If you want me to continue this, you gotta leave that behind.
Wow, now.
And that's what happened.
Hey, I wanted to touch on that. I'm glad you brought it up.
Yeah.
Because, again, why is it that if a woman on welfare, her man can't be there?
Exactly.
If a farm is subsidized by the government, the man and the woman can stay together. Why is it like that? I mean, seriously. Even though that black people are really not the most people on welfare. Look it up if you think I'm wrong.
Oh, we definitely not. It's impossible for us to be.
Yes, but if a person's on welfare, if a woman's on welfare, her man can't be with her. Why? I mean, why break up that family? Especially if they're trying to get off of welfare. 2 incomes are better than one, and a two-parent household, if both parents are loving, is better than one. I mean, sometimes when I'm really going through, and I don't talk about stuff like that, but I call baby girl just to hear her voice. You know, when I'm really down, and sometimes I don't even talk about what I'm going through to her. I just want to hear her voice because I find comfort in it. You can't do something else for that. You know what I'm saying? I don't get that from nowhere else. You know, my mother and father are still around. You know, I love my step parent. I love my sisters and cousins and all that. But when I'm really going through and I'm really feeling like, man, this world is annoying the crap out of me, when I want to, go and do something to somebody, when I want to just sit in the house by myself and like, dang, think of ways out of this nonsense, but it's getting me down. I could talk to baby girl. I might not even talk to her about what's going on.
Yeah.
Like just, hey, how you doing?
It's just comfort in knowing that she's right there to listen.
Just listening, hearing her voice makes me feel
exactly.
better. So why are we not cherishing that no more?
Because again, it's to a point where people have become what do you call it? Complacent. They become complacent with being right there where they become complacent with not having the fathers in the home, with depending on this and depending on that. One of the saddest things I've seen is with our people is when our people say they're going to move, right? And they move from one spot in the projects to another spot in the projects. You haven't done anything to get up out of the projects.
I feel you on that.
You know what I mean? So that's why I'm telling people, man, you went out for New Year's Eve. Okay, what did you do?
And COVID
different?
spiked.
Exactly. So what did you do different for New Year's Eve? What did you do differently that was so much different than you did the last time you went out, and the time before that you went out, and the time before that you went out? You know, it's a revolving door. Your study's going through that same cycle, but you've done nothing, or you aren't trying to think of a plan to get up out of that, right? That's why I was saying when we first got on, listen, that was 2020, 2019, 2018, 2017, 2015, same thing. Do something different. Increase your financial literacy. Increase and build upon your credit. Fix your credit.
There's a book I read. It's an Asian millionaire, and I can't think of his name right now. But he said that one of the things that poor people do that they don't understand is detrimental is they watch TV instead of read books.
Yeah.
There's so much you can learn about different things, and there are minute, thought-provoking things in books you can get. And when I say reading a book, I'm not talking about some fictional novel about somebody sleeping with somebody. I mean, oh, that's cool or whatnot, but what do you know about the dollar, about this tool that everybody cherishes? So many people value money over people. A person will kill you over $5, And like that life is not worth more than $5. Really?
It
Really?
is true, and you got to think about it.
One of our family friends was assassinated last Sunday. And I don't know why he was killed, but I know regardless of what it was, his life was worth more than that.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what you do know.
We get to some of these comments.
Okay.
Angie says, I think we're talking about the bad parenting with not being there due to work, with putting kids on phones and iPads to babysit, thus not being able to parent. I can feel you on that, Angie. Yes, Doc, preach. Well, I've gone to the... Okay, sure enough, 250 million white people in America, 50 million black people. The black agenda should be our focus because we hear politics. I hear you on that one. Patrice, hey Patrice, thank you for watching. Angie, man, tell them they like to push that agenda that we lazy and on welfare. And that's so not true. There's so many of us who have.
They're not.
Steve McQueen series on Prime Video, Black Beauty, as its finest small axis. I feel you on that one. And guns over people. Exactly.
Facts.
Exactly.
Facts.
We got to go to this break over the
Yeah.
show. But we'll be back in a moment.
I
Talk
don't
Show Kings.
prefer break over show though.
You either?
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I think it's wrong.
I think it's wrong too. We need
Just go
longer.
straight
We
through.
got to talk. We
Yep.
got to talk
Part of
about
my
that.
job is to be there for families through some of the toughest times in their lives. I've counseled people through devastating health crises as they've lost jobs and livelihoods, and in recent months, loved ones to violence and disease that could have and should have been prevented. All too often, these are people whom government has forgotten or for whom it was never there in the first place. I'm Raphael Warnock, and I'll always work for you. That's why I approve this message.
Welcome to Burke's Jewelry. How may I help you?
We're looking for engagement rings.
We offer a wide selection. However, I believe we have just what you're looking for. Burke's Jeweler is your family's jeweler at 491 Flat Shoals Avenue Southeast, Atlanta, Georgia 30316 in East Atlanta Village. Welcome to Burke's
All
Jewelry.
those people talking about how Atlanta's
What?
open, so
Yeah.
they can come here and party.
Yeah. Oh.
We're back.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you for watching. Hey, we were just discussing on break how all these people came to Atlanta to party because our state is open.
Yeah.
That's
That
dumb
was-
in itself, in my opinion. But, you know, now, Georgia had 8,000 new cases of COVID in one day. 8,000.
That's 'cause you
Was
wanna
it
go
worth
out.
it? I'm not telling anybody not to party. If you want to party, do you. But try to party when you have a mask on. Try maybe do a small
Yeah.
party.
Yeah, people don't
Check
like
everybody's temperature. See if everybody had COVID tests. The virus is going to spread. In fact, I've seen where hospital workers who've had the vaccine and still caught the virus
Didn't they
a
say
few days
didn't
later.
they say it's a new
It's a new strand
Yeah.
that's even more
It's spreading fast.
contagious.
Yeah, and I'm just,
out.
you know,
So yeah.
I'm not telling people that you shouldn't enjoy dinner with your significant other, but it's just being in super crowded places
Exactly.
with no mask on. You got to think about it like this. It's not just looking out for you. It's looking out for the elderly. It's looking out for your kids and
yeah.
friends of your kids and your nieces and nephews and all. It's just all across the board.
Exactly.
Co-workers, people in general. So keep in mind when you go out to do that, man, that you actually are, when you do it, be safe, not only for yourself, but be safe for others. Be safe for the world. That's what we're trying to
I
push.
got to give a shout out to Milk and Honey in College Park. Bruh, when I tell you that food's off the chain, hey, check out Milk and
Yeah,
Honey.
and I like, what's the name too? I like, what is it? The Grill Village. Yeah, that's a really nice Jamaican restaurant. Really, really
Okay,
nice. It's
cool.
really, really nice. And if you're doing something, listen, if you're in Atlanta and you're going to shop for candles, don't you go to Bath and Body Works. You need to go to Candles for the Culture. No, seriously. Candles for the
Hey,
culture, man.
I'm smiling because
It's
you know
nice.
I like the way you
Yeah,
did that.
man,
I like the way
yeah,
you
listen.
brought out it, promoted. that
Yeah,
black
you
business.
do, because they are good, man. They fire.
Patrice Mignon says, it's always said, if you don't want black people to find something, put it in a book. I feel you on that, Patrice. We definitely need to read more. And we need to make sure, like, we have a tendency to spread false information. People will hear something and just go start telling other people that without researching it on their own. And we need to stop. Patrice Mignon, at that point, yeah, Andy said that. Like, okay, have you heard people say a dog's mouth is cleaner than a person's? That
Yeah, I
is
heard
such
that.
nonsense.
I
A dog
heard
has
that.
enzymes in his mouth so it don't get sick from eating all that rancid
I
stuff.
don't know about the dog mouth being cleaner than a person.
But it's not cleaner than a person. So if you kissing your dog in the mouth, do you? But know that that's some sick, disgusting stuff, and a dog's mouth is
nastier. And if I catch you
yours.
doing it, you drink something around me, you drink out of my cup, you gonna get seriously. You got to know. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care.
I'm just saying the whole point of that was spreading false information. We definitely need to read. We definitely need to understand things. When it comes to businesses, we got to patronize each other. We got to help each other prosper, because again, our neighborhood, we got to make sure that we put businesses in our neighborhood and we patronize that business.
Yeah.
I mean, we got to.
Yeah.
If we don't, then we're ever failing.
Angie said she never heard of Candles for the Culture. Yeah, listen, go online. You can shop with them online. It's Candles, the number 4, the Culture. Culture spelled C-U-L-T-U-R-E, not with a K, like Cardi B daughter. You don't want to do that. I'm just saying, because you won't find it. But it's Candles for the Culture. And it's real, it's really, man, they got some nice scents. I got one for Christmas. My lady bought me one, man. It's, what was it? I got Black Panther. They got Black Panther and Girlfriends and The Coldest Winter Ever and Black Girl Magic. They got all kinds of candles. Yeah, man, they name it after us. They got all kind of mist and sprays for your house and stuff. Yeah, go check out Black owned and operated. Candles for the Culture, man. And on the box it says Black and Bougie. No, it really does. You know what? I'm going to bring my box next Sunday.
I've been checking out Melanin Full. It's a website that has clothing and things of that nature.
Yeah, Melanin Full?
Yeah, Melanin Full.
Okay.
Yeah. But again, it's all about us trying to lift each other up. In this time, this is a perfect time to do it. We have so much media coverage of what we're doing. And then another thing about the media coverage, I don't know if you ever paid any attention, but a lot of times when the Black Lives Matter things, people are there, then you see the police, and it seems like the police are against them. Every single time I've seen a KKK march, the police are always there to guard them and make sure they're safe. I've never seen a car drive into a KKK rally. When the car drove into the Black Lives Matter rally, the lady was out of jail the next day. What does that say?
It says exactly what we already know, that they are one of the biggest gangs ever too, and it starts at the top, and when the top doesn't care, the rest of it doesn't care. It just doesn't happen, because like you said, if we were to take and drive our car into a KKK rally, we wouldn't be out of jail the next day. Hell, we would be lucky if we lived to jail. That's exactly. Well, you read it. Oh God, you read it.
They had this guy, and he had his gun on the seat, and told the officer he was going to shoot him. The officer standing there with his gun, the man reaches over, Caucasian man.
Oh.
He's still alive. Now, I'm not saying I want anybody to die, but why can't they handle us the same way? I mean, a lot of times we're unarmed, have no weapon anywhere in sight, and still, I saw a video where a guy stabbed a police officer, had his hand behind his back the whole time. Police officer yelling, "Take your hand out from behind your back, take your hand out from behind your back." The guy pulls out a knife and stabbed him. Did they shoot him? Did they shoot at him? But why is it that we can be doing nothing and get shot? Come on.
Because it's embedded
we got
in them.
to, hey, we got to, again,
it's sad.
Another thing about Dr. King, when Dr. King was marching, then Thurgood Marshall was in the court getting laws changed. Where are our Thurgood Marshalls? Where are our attorneys that are going to go out here and challenge these laws? Where are the people who are going to galvanize us into voting? And when I say us, I mean Americans. Because in America, right is right and wrong is wrong. If you can't understand that, then in my opinion, you un-American. It's pretty much that simple. Right is right and wrong is wrong.
And it's just as plain as that.
How
if you can't see that, then you are part of the problem. And that's why I keep saying, and I'm going to keep saying it every show and every chance I get until we as people get it. We as black people get it. Stop with all the other stuff. You know what? I'm going to use what you just said. Right. They said if you want black people to not find something, put it in a book, right?
Yes. Patrice Mignon said
now
that.
Watch this right here. We're going to take it even a step further. Here's why you should actually pick up a book and read it.
Turn it high.
Whether you on your phone or on your laptop. And this is going to be funny at the same time. But let's just be for real. All right. you on there trying to read something, and all of a sudden an advertisement pops up. Or you might get the urge to watch Pornhub. It happens. No, truth is truth. We all adults here. Don't act like you've never watched a website for nastiness. I have, and I do. Okay, but my point is that that's how it is. Things pop up to distract you.
Boom.
In the book, if you're reading the book and you touch your phone on silent or turn your phone off, put your phone face down. You know what I'm saying? So you can't see it or whatever the case may be. And enjoy reading that book. Enjoy increasing your knowledge. And if you can't read that well, have someone that's with you read that aloud so you can understand it. And you can always learn, but if you can't, let someone read it with you and put you up on game. Because here's the thing. While you're on your phone, you can look on Facebook and look at something. Or look on Google. And the very next time you on Facebook or something, you see an advertisement for something you don't look at right on your Facebook page. Hey. It always pops up. And that's the thing. It's one of those things that if we show it enough times, if you see it enough, it's going to be in your mind to automatically think about it. So yeah, I know you're going to want to look at things, but pick up that book and increase your literacy. And if you're going to get on your phone, it's a smartphone. But don't let the phone be smarter than you.
I download a lot of audiobooks, and when I'm in my car, I'll listen to those. Speak for yourself.
I do.
Melvin Lundy, this is a paid show, King Mel. Teenage PG page. Wow, this is a PG show, King Mel. Teenage people are watching.
My bad. They do it though. They're smarter than us, King London. Hey. They be covering up stuff on the phone and you can't even know they own it.
What I'm getting at though is there's always ways to, if you don't really have a lot of time, then there are ways, because a lot of us do travel somewhat when we go into the store, when we're going to another person's house or going to work, and those are times when you can be learning. I mean, the thing I like about audiobooks is somebody's talking to me and I can rewind it and think about what's being said. I do that while I'm reading, but I'm a slow reader, just to be honest. Mm-hmm. And, you know, when I'm listening to something, I comprehend well when I'm listening to it. Yeah. So that helps me. Dr. Hooked on Phonics, bro. I can live with that, Angie.
You talking about like the book? You talking about like the ebooks that you can just listen to while you're driving? I know people listen to stuff, motivational things.
Audiobook.
Yeah, there's the audiobooks. Yeah. I know a lot of people listen to audiobooks and they listen to a lot of motivational stuff. You know, I love a good documentary and stuff like that.
Yeah, you can pick. You can do it on Netflix too. I do that. I think Dr. King was killed for his speech to Other America. If you ever hear that when he's talking about finances, listen to Other America by Dr. King. Mm-hmm. But I listen to books like I got this long book. It was, I don't know how many hours long, on President Lincoln, because I think President Lincoln was biracial. I really believe that. Yeah.
By the way, his hair stuff was, by the way, he looked like he might have been a little mulatto. That's okay. I get him.
By the things he said, by his ideas, by his care for African Americans, there are so many things that when he died, they actually took his brain out and weighed it because they thought that his brain was larger than most because of how intelligent he was.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Still love you, though. I love you, too, punk. Talking to Angie. And you still going to get that butt whooping in spades. I'm just letting you know it's on. It's on like Donkey Kong and Popcorn.
Spades on what, the table?
Bro, I don't play no games. Listen.
Listen, first of all,
B-E-S.
First of all, you heard it here first. You heard it here first.
What you hear?
He just talking. Because right here, I'm a spadeologist.
Bruh, I got a doctorate.
I got a doctorate in chicken butt and spades, man. Spadeology.
Hey, we gonna see. But Andy say bring it.
Oh, we got to go
it's brought.
But unfortunately, we have come to the red light special where it blinks and lets us know that it's time for us to end the show. My Dr. Seuss, I just did that. I know. I'm gonna stop it.
Hey, it's your boy King Doc. I'd like to thank Miss Regina Janice Schofield, that's my mother, for giving me for being the author of my silly. She cultivated that in me from the time I was little. It was always okay to be laugh and jovial around my mother, to joke and have fun. My father, Kenneth Moore Sr., I'm junior. I would like to thank him for giving me my idea of my sense of responsibility. Maybe I'm old-fashioned in the way that I think as far as, you know, a man has certain responsibilities he's supposed to take care of, but I thank my father for that because I've never been, in my adult life, I can honestly say that I've never really had to struggle. I've always worked, everything I have, I worked for. Nobody's giving me anything. I worked since the time I was 14 until the age I am now, which is, but,
You see that right now.
but I want to give a shout out to the Kings that couldn't make it today, King Trevor and King Lundy.
Yes.
Hey, we have none but love for you, and we
Yes.
appreciate you for being here.
Yes.
Give a shout out to baby girl. You know, I love you with all my heart. That's all I can say. It's on you, fam.
Hey, man, listen.
Well,
Oh.
I can never leave out my military brethren. Y'all know I got a special bond for you, and I love you with all my heart. Okay, run it.
And as King Dot was saying, if you are in the military and you guys are going through some problems, man, hey, reach out to your buddies, reach out to your friends. He always tell you guys, and I believe it, suicide is up, but you don't have to be a part of that. Just reach out, man, for real, for real. So salute to all y'all for serving, and we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. And me, I want to give a shout out to my family, my friends, for everybody watching. I thank you. I want to give a shout out to my baby too, man. Hey, you make me a better person, and you know why.
Boom.
And you know exactly what you do. You feel me? Sometimes I'm a lot to handle sometimes. Sometimes my mouth gets ahead of my heart. It does. Sometimes my mouth gets ahead of my heart, man. It's just what it is. But I always come from a good place, so, you know, I respect you, I appreciate you, and I love you. To my kids, I love y'all. Daddy broke. but I'm working on that to change that. That's why I am putting out there, man. Listen, I refuse to end another year financially struggling, so I'm going to Books A Million to go ahead and get these books this week, right here. I'm gonna have those books and I'm gonna read them. I'm gonna put my phone down, I'm gonna turn off everything, and I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna read. And then I'm going to apply. Because see, you can hear because your ears work. I want you all to understand you hear because your ears work. But when you listen, listening is the application of what you learn.
Boom.
And so that's what I'm
Oh,
gonna
you
do.
done came deep.
Oh man,
But check this out. When you said that she makes you a better person,
yeah,
bro, if that ain't hitting the nail on the head,
it is.
If my woman don't make me want to be a better man,
then you don't need her. Then
That's
you
what I'm
don't
saying.
need her.
That is one of the biggest things I love about baby girl. Is like, I want to do better simply because of her. Simply because she's there in my life. I want to be a better person. I want to do better. I'm sorry. I'm finna go off on a tangent,
nah,
baby girl, because you know I will.
And
I love that woman with all my heart.
And my friend Denise says, listen, says check out Voice of the Ancestors.
Yeah,
He
I
has
asked her where
2
she
books.
get that thing about President Lincoln.
Oh, I'm gonna find out, but we gonna get it out. But listen, we don't want to waste up too much of you guys' time. We know we gotta go, but we thank you guys for tuning in. Tune in each and every Sunday, man. And remember, listen, what's done is done, and we can't change that. But moving forward, you can change what you're doing right now as far as moving forward. Pick up those books, fix your credit, increase your financial literacy, learn how to start businesses. Because they said 1 in every 158 black people are business owners here in America. And with that being said, that means that out of 1,000, there's only about 7 of us that owns business, when it's 1 in 10 out of all the Asian American or Korean American folks. We got to change the narrative. But it starts with increasing the knowledge and being driven enough to want to change it. Don't be lazy and conform to the narrative.
Bro, you preaching
You
right
feel
now.
me?
You saying it. You saying
we
it.
ain't
Hey,
gonna
I
conform to the
appreciate you
narrative any
wholeheartedly.
longer, man. Because for real, I don't give a damn what they say about us. I give a damn what we say about us. Bam. And with that being said, we love y'all, man.
We love you, and we out.
Kings out. Listen, we are live. The Talk Show Kings are back, man.
Y'all didn't know before. You're gonna learn today.
The thing about coronavirus
Yeah.
is it doesn't care if you're black or white.
It doesn't.
It does not care if you're rich or poor. It does not exclude if you're a Republican or a Democrat.
I'm taking it as in it becoming a hostile environment
I couldn't even go to the restroom. I would crawl to the restroom and hold the wall to not fall off of the restroom. I couldn't stand up to get in my bed because I seriously thought I was dying.
Part of my job is to be there for families through some of the toughest times in their lives. I've counseled people through devastating health crises as they've lost jobs and livelihoods, and in recent months, loved ones to violence and disease that could have and should have been prevented. All too often, these are people whom government has forgotten or for whom it was never there in the first place. I'm Raphael Warnock, and I'll always work for you. That's why I approve this message.
The only way to beat this virus is to give our new president the chance to succeed. I'll work with Joe Biden to empower the medical experts, to rush economic relief for families and small businesses, and invest in infrastructure to jumpstart our economy. But David Perdue says he'll do everything in his power to make sure Joe Biden fails, just like he tried to do with President Obama. I'm John Ossoff, and I approve this message because lives are on the line, jobs and businesses are on the line. So let's get this done. Look, the only way